Starting to look like an actual motor now. Not bad. Not bad. Anyhow, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, we're finally be attempting to put the transmission back on the engine. As most of you guys know, it has been apart for a couple of months now. I know I'm not really recording the whole process of everything, but if you guys have been following my channel, you guys know I just did the same thing to my wife's truck, and yeah, no sense of making, same videos all over. So, I'm just showing you guys the things I didn't do to my wife's engine. So, with that being said, we're going to be attempting to install the transmission back on the engine. I was waiting for the stock converter, which finally got here, and that's what we're going to be installing. I'll be talking more about it here in a bit, but along with this job, you do want to replace everything you can while the transmission's out. I know a lot of people like to tell you, if it ain't broken, don't replace it, but in my case, if you replace it now, you can avoid any future problems later down the road. So, that's how I like to look at things. So, let me just show you guys what I picked up. Alright, so here's the last piece we were waiting for. It's a stock converter, 2500 to 28, I believe. And everybody was recommending the stock converter. From all the research I've done, everybody says to go with 25 to 28 for a daily driver. If you guys don't know, I did go with the sloppy stage 2 cam. So a lot of people were also telling me, you don't have to run a stock converter, you can just run the stock one. But the way I look at things, if that transmission's out, I might as well upgrade it since, it is out. It'll save me a couple hours later down the road from taking everything back off and then upgrading it. Along with that, we're also going to be replacing the shaft seal. Here's the part number for you guys. I do like to list them down in the description below for you guys. That way, if you guys are interested or whatever, you guys can kind of buy it from there. But there's the brand. It's a TTC, which obviously stands for Total Transmission Chicago. This was a lot cheaper than going with the, bigger, better brand. But from all the research I've done, all the ratings I've looked at, this happens to be a good stock converter, good brand. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and try it out. We're going to see how it goes. And a lot of people were saying, they run the stock one. So this one should run a lot better, considering, people do run the stock converter on the sloppy stage 2 cam. So let's get straight into it. And for those of you guys that don't know, I did replace the seal back here. Also installed Corvette servos. Also installed a brand new seal right there. And like I said, a lot of people tell you, don't even mess with it. Let it be. But if you're here, you might as well just do it, guys. So that seal, the O-ring I showed you guys here with the stock converter, goes right here. The old one's out because I did have to measure the old one. Make sure I got the right one. Because apparently there's 2 different sizes. So you guys might want to look into that before just ordering parts. We're getting ready to install this seal here. It's like an O-ring shape, whatever. Like I said, it goes right here at the shaft. You do want to make sure you lube it up with some transmission fluid. Also lube up the shaft in there. You really don't want to mess this thing up, so just kind of slide it on there. Just like that. Y ahí está. So the reason you want to lube it up is if you lube it up, it just slides on there better. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to install our stock converter back on the transmission. But before you install it just like that, you do have to fill it up, especially if it's new, which in our case it is. Fill it up with at least 2 quarts of oil. You don't want to put this thing in dry. So take off the cap, make sure there's nothing inside the hole. Some companies like to stuff something in there, plastic or whatever, to avoid any garbage going in there. So let's go ahead and do this. 2 quarts of oil. See if I can do this without spilling a whole bunch.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, so this actually takes a process. I've probably been at it for like 20 minutes. You want to put some in there, it's going to bubble up, go down, then you're going to add some more, and so on. It takes a while, honestly. So be prepared to, be here a while. So I actually added 1.5 quarts, which I think should be fine. Now we're going to go ahead and insert this stock converter on the transmission. You might spill a little bit when you go ahead and put it back on. Don't worry about it, you can always clean it. Make sure you center it out. turn it. Just like that. Alright, so I had to stop recording there for a little bit because I was having some trouble. You're supposed to hear 3 clicks or 3 clunks or whatever when when turning it like this. You turn it, try to push it in again, you're supposed to hear 3 clunks. I was only hearing 2, and up until now I still only hear 2. But I'm gonna say for me, I think that's pretty much it. I turned it until I can't get it to go in no more. So now we're gonna go ahead and mount this thing on, and just make sure it don't fall back out. Obviously it's not gonna fall all the way back out, but if it does pop out a little bit, that's where you're gonna have some issues. So just keep an eye on that. Alright guys, so this is where we're at with the truck. We got the motor back on the frame, todo desmadre, and I know. I didn't show you guys the whole process of how to install the transmission back on the engine and then the whole swap back on the truck. Simply because my wife is the only one that can help me out around here. And she doesn't like to come out on camera, so some things we got to do off camera. But yeah, the motor is back on the truck. I think this is where I'm going to end the video, simply because, like I said, I am on a time crunch, and I'm trying to record everything I'm doing, but for the most part, I don't want to make the videos too long, because stuff like this I can just do off camera. But for the next video, we will be upgrading the exhaust manifolds with some long tubes. We're also going to be doing some other upgrades, as I told you guys before. Not only are we going to give it a makeover, but we're also going to upgrade some parts. Hopefully we can get the best sound out of that sloppy stage 2 cam. So stay tuned for that. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell. But yeah guys, that's where I'm going to end the video. So if you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And we'll be out pretty soon with another video. So if you get a comment, like, share, subscribe. Catch you guys on the next one.